No way was that the message. Nah, it can't be, man. Is that actually real? Ruben Amorim's exact message to Alejandro Garnacho in front of the players: "You better pray you can find a club to sign you." What? Nah, that can't be real. No way he said
to find it.
You better pray that you can find a club to sign you. Jeez. Talk about embarrassment. That is the ultimate embarrassment, bro.
Wow.
In front of everyone. In front of everyone.
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad. You know, a proper professional footballer dedicated his whole life to it. He must have said something. Garnacho must have said something. I can't imagine Amorim just coming out and saying that.
Yeah, he must have said something mad.
He said something mad.
Yeah.
He's been triggered and he's triggered something back, but we don't know what the trigger is. We've got the end of the conversation. There's no way Amorim walks in the dressing room and just says that. No way.
But also, I don't think this is what I'm saying. Like Nathan Sultan, for them to put that out there, they've got to be careful with that. You know what I mean? They can't be dilly-dallying around. That's something that the manager said basically.
Yeah, I've been told that Chris Wheeler found out that information.
Oh, Chris Wheeler found out information.
Yeah.
But how would they know? Would it be from the players? Would it be from the staff?
That's where I don't even know. I don't respond to that bit. I don't ask that, but I get told, and then I'm
You
I
just
just
kind
take
of
it really. Yeah, a bit my own mind up.
Boy.
That's mad though. That's done. There's no coming back from that.
There's no coming back from that. There's actually no coming back from that, bro. You're finished. You're actually finished, bro. And you know what? Yeah. That's also something that you see when Mandem has been basically taking a piss out of Garnacho. He's gonna end up at Levante and that. That's basically that. Basically, ain't nobody gonna sign you, mate. Boy.
Basically, it's like going to another job and saying, "Yeah, mate, wait till they ask for your reference."
Yeah,
your reference is gonna be bad, and then the clubs are gonna be pulling out.
And you don't need a bad reference, bro. You don't need a bad reference.
Yeah, you don't need to. I don't know. Do you know what I feel like it is? You know, I feel like I thought Garnacho was going to be all right, yeah, but obviously he's Argentinian anyway. But you know what I think could be all right?
Yeah.
If you'll get managers, like a Conte, like a Napoli or Atletico Madrid, they will kind of look at him and say, do you know what? I just know you've got a winning mentality. You just want to improve and work hard. So there'll be clubs like Napoli and Atletico Madrid. It won't be a flashy club, by the way, that will take a punt. It'll be an AC Milan, an Atletico Madrid, and Napoli, like them gritty, hardworking, them teams that piss you off. The signs like Christian Romero. He's linked to Atletico Madrid. But for me, Atletico Madrid's perfect for him.
Perfect.
And Garnacho's the same. Them type of clubs, do you know what? They'll be like, Garnacho, don't worry about your attitude. I know it's because you want to win and you want to work hard. I'll take a punt on you.
Yes, I agree.
That's what it's going to be, Saeed. He'll get a club. It'll be a club that's got a bit of a... They recruit them. They don't mind them type of players, attitude-y a bit players, or you've got to work with them a little bit. It won't be a pretty club. It won't be a pretty club, but yet staying in the Premier League.
Management is dreadful. Listen to me. We always complain about people not being put in their place, man. And finally now we're crying about it, man. I'm sorry, man. But listen, you know my opinions about the manager. I'm with the manager on stuff like this because you're putting players in their position. You know, people like Garnacho, Rashford, these guys have had it too easy at United, bro. So I'm with the manager for calling this sort of bullshit out. I really am because these lot they're getting too big for their boots, bro.
Facts.
Too big for their boots.
Like,
I ain't having that, bro. I really am not having that.
I like Amorim, man. I think he's pure. I think even like the way he's just pure. He says it how it is. A lot of players have played under him. Players even now say he's honest. Mazraoui come out and said that he speaks to you directly. And you're not always going to like what someone says. I'm sorry. If you're going to live a life where you think everything's going to be pretty and you're going to get told what you want to hear, then sorry, like the real life ain't for you. Because sometimes you need to be told what you don't want to hear. Sometimes you need to be told to buck your ideas up. Do you know how many times Saeed messages me saying, get back on your channel, be consistent? It might not be what I want to hear at the time because it's the truth.
It's the truth.
But I need it.
Yeah. You need it, bro. Any message, bro. Any message. Yo.
You need it.
Do this, do that.
And even Amorim said, did you see his speech? At the end of the speech, he said, I'm sorry to some of the players in the way, like, I've not been fair at times. But, you know, the good times are coming. But Amorim probably knows, not every time he spoke to the players or whatever, he's probably come across the best. But he said, look, you know, we're human. sometimes I've come across not right, and that happens. But him and Garnacho's relationship's done. I'm sorry, it's over.
It's done.
It's finished.
It's done.
Do you agree with Garnacho, by the way? I haven't got your thoughts on it. Do you agree that Garnacho should be really annoyed that he's played such a big part in the whole season and then got 15 minutes, 20 minutes at the end?
I hear that. I hear his annoyance, but to come out on TV, to come out on the interview, to actually an Argentinian radio station as well. The guy's chosen his radio station already. He hasn't gone to a TNT. He hasn't gone. He's gone to an Argentinian outlet or a Spanish outlet, whoever it is, and spoke to them lot. So he's carefully deliberating, saying, "Yo." And the maddest thing is, I knew he was gonna do this because when I was in the stadium, he didn't clap the fans. He was the only one that didn't clap the fans. The only one. And I knew it. That he's gonna go do something like that. So for me, it's like I hear it. You're frustrated, but bro, like the way he came out after and he's saying me. It was like almost like it's all about me, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't about you, bro. Like I mean, bro, we're gonna win this game because of one player. Whether you like it or not, that sort of game yesterday was not about one player. We were collectively so bad. We were. It was only Lenny Euro that really played well. Everyone else didn't play well.
So even if he did start, we don't know. That's all hypotheticals. Ifs, could, should. Yeah.
Like the way the fullbacks were playing that day, it's like I don't know, bro. We were just so collectively bad. And it's just a case of like I don't like this entitlement, bro, from these players, especially from these academy players as well. Like this idea of like. You get a couple of games. He's got his own song, and I've been back in Garnacho a lot. Remember on the rants?
Wow. Yeah.
But what I've seen a level of entitlement, and I've just seen his attitude and the way he's moving. I'm like, nah, I'm not with this, bro. I like players.
He kind of thinks he's made it before he's made it.
Bro. You ain't made nothing. He's like, you think he's Ronaldo, bro? You're not Ronaldo. I said it with Rashford. Rashford, when I said to him, go and get your son Nico boots, bro. Like, you're not that guy. You know what I mean,
yeah.
One of them now. Like,
it's
look
hard,
at
isn't it?
Rashford struggling to find another club, a club now. Struggling to find a club. So,
it's a hard one because I understand, like, someone said to me, Ty, you played for your Sunday league team, for the whole season. You've been quite an important part. And then you get to the final and you get left out and you get the last 20 minutes. I said, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be vexed. I think being pissed and being annoyed or whatever, you're allowed to be. But I think then coming out and saying what he said is the wrong part. I don't think Garnacho being frustrated is wrong. No one cares about him being frustrated. That shows that you want to play. You want to make a difference. I get that. I think what you said about disrespecting, look how crap we've been this season, the manager, this and that, whatever you said, that's when it's going over the bar. And I think that's where it's like overstepped and it's like, enough's enough.
Yeah.
And like, classic case of giving a young player too much too soon. I'll throw that back to Ten Hag. I won't even throw that back to Amorim, to be fair, because I think Amorim's rotated a little bit more with Garnacho at times, but Ten Hag played him 40 or 50 games straight.
Yeah.
He made him feel like he was the man. The talk, Double A, big up Aaron as well. I love Aaron, man. But there was a talk of, people, there was United fans screaming for him to get the number 7 shirt.
Never. I
will never forget it.
Never.
So I think, I can understand that he's vexed. I'd be the same way. I'd be vexed. But I just think, you know what? Ultimately, this is my opinion, Saeed. I've never thought Garnacho was good enough. So I'm going to put that aside. And guys, my thoughts on Garnacho is I've always said impact player off the bench. And that's that. If you're telling me for an impact player off the bench, we can get 50 million, I'm sorry, you've got to take it. You've got to take it, man. And that's what I want to get, Saeed. I want to get 40 million for Rashford. I want to try and get 50 million for Garnacho, 40 million for Garnacho. Say 80 million upwards for both of them combined. Again, reinvest that money. And we'll get upgrades. We'll get people that can be just as useful, if not better. Because one thing about Garnacho is that he don't have the pace to beat a man anyway. He can't get past him, man. He's not athletic. He's not athletic enough. So, bro, it's not going to be a miss. Get rid.
I think what it is, though, it's the idea of us fans thinking that a youth academy always has to make it. Not everyone has to make it, bro. Even for me, when I look at Kobe, I am a bit worried about the situation. But deep down, I'm like, bro, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, bro.
Have you seen what they said about him, though?
No.
They're gonna put him on like a program to try and get him really like focused into the team, get a position and get his body in the right shape.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, they're really gonna work on him this summer.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I like that. That's something that I want to see. Like I said, I just think a talented player for him to be not be in and around this squad and not be in and around the thing. Because I'm worried because at the end of the day, it's like you got to remember next season there's less games in it. So